Come on. Yeah, 63rd, 64. I'm saying though, they fuck young boy talking about on this song, bro. Ain't it like that? You got cap in your raps.
Oh shit. Hey folks, cool. Folks, get in the car, let's pull the fuck off. Fuck that shit, G. They tweaking, folks. We out.
Niggas be choosing sides. Say you don't fuck with a nigga, but you will fuck with another nigga harder than he fuck with you. So he don't fuck with you. You'll start see niggas get on following you and shit on Instagram, and you don't want to smack his ass on. Come on, get you got this shit. Keep breathing, cuz.
I don't even ask when it come to cash, they catch him blasted. Jam, get at that jam, I give him 50 and gotta ask again. He was catching murders way back then, that's when the max was in. I don't drink that red or that green, bring back that ad again. Fucked her then, she told me that she hate me, now she back again. And you still alive, you better be lucky, ain't no trafficking. Hate they ass so much, we dig them up and tell them die again. I can hit that club all by my...
They've been investigating him for a minute. And what's interesting, you got to watch out for this, fam. Like last week, they gave Lil Durk the key to the city out there in Chicago. They just gave him the key to the city, and then they busted him. They did the same thing with Diddy, remember? You know, Sean Puffy Combs, Eric Adams gave Sean Puffy Combs the key to the city. Then he gets hit with some RICO charges, get hit with Fed charges. Yeah, you better understand how the white supremacists work. They do little crude jokes. You know, they know they're gonna get you, so they'll sit up here and just fatten you up for the slaughter. They sit here and act like everything is all gravy, knowing they got some cooking in the background. So they sit up here behind the scenes and orchestrate elevating you and boosting your profile even higher. So when they take you down, it'll be a big bust. It could be a big career starting bust. They got to make sure you have a lot of significance. They really fatten you up before they take you down to the slaughter. So that's like a little cruel inside joke for them to sit up there and say, hey, yeah, before we bust him, go ahead and let's give him a key to the city and honor everything that he's doing. Yeah, no, he's trying to go the straight and narrow route. No, we're not going to let you do that. No, when they try to go straight and narrow, that's when they get them. Oh, nope, we're about to cash you in. So yeah, they've been sitting on information about dude for a minute. They just wait around for the right time to drop the hammer. And usually they drop the hammer around an election year so that, you know, a lot of people, they're on the ballot. They do these things around election year so that their names can be associated with these big busts. So when y'all go vote and then y'all go looking down the ballot and see some of these prosecutors and DAs and all of these people, you see their names on the ballot. Their names are going to be associated with these high profile cases. So yeah, it's a game, man. It's a real funny style game out here.
Signed in 1017?
Well, he was never technically signed to him, but he was rolling around and like presenting as if he was signed to him at one point.
I see Money almost get decapitated before.
By what?
By OTF, nigga.
Sheesh. What?
Man, we was in Austin one year. I let them niggas tell the story, but we was on Cuz' ass. I didn't even know who it was. Cuz was out. They coming to pick me up from my hotel, and the dude right here with the dog, and they like, oh, that's bro. We getting the Sprinter, and we getting real lurkish. Then the Sprinter turns into a hot car. Yeah, they done got him a striker. Shit, nigga, you better be lucky for the guys.
From a Sprinter to a striker.
Yeah, Sprinter to a striker is crazy. You better be lucky that the game guys was on his side. He know that though.
Oh shit.
I ain't gonna talk about it. I can't say no names and all that. But this when we was this like 15. South by Southwest.
Speaking of Texas, that's before he even like had his whole run.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. Z Money. I'm like, nigga, damn. Last time I heard about Z Money, his head was on the platter.
We're in a big win. We have a great awakening upon us, and next year of completion. this is a great W for our community, the color community, and every other community as well that wants to follow this demonic programming. And I still got, I think, 2 or 3 more videos from my sticky notes, excuse me. But I just wanted to get that out because I know many people are fixated on what's going on and they're bringing their energy down. And I just wanted to make sure that you always rise and awaken and ascend your subconscious mind into a higher divinity for this seasonal, I'll say, entitlement of Halloween. Because of course, coming up, you know, many people will be sacrificed. And as you can see, a lot of your favorite rappers, including your favorite rapper right now, currently is locked up. And for one, fuck free Lil Durk. But anyways, Celestial Rising, Divine to Noon, and Grand Night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's a divine reflection, divine messenger, and we are back with another message. So yeah, the thing that we got to understand too, because we're going to talk about the spiritual side. I may further this teaching on Patreon, but it honestly doesn't really matter, because what really matters is you. All that matters in this universe is your divine self, your higher self, because how much positivity, how much love are you pouring into yourself instead of feeding lies from the media that's controlling your mindset into what the media wants to control itself into. If you keep believing what you see on the internet, all you're going to do is just place yourself in a lower environment or a lower way of thinking. It's like, really think about, there's somebody out there right now who's affected by this character, this transformer getting locked up. It's like, why would you be upset? Why would you be in your feelings about a character that doesn't know that you exist? On top of that, you're easily influenced by their wordplay. That's true sorcery. If you ever said a lyric from this character, you rapped it, you sang it, you typed it out, that's witchcraft. That's literally alchemy, dark sorcery that came from a demonic program that signed itself up for darker programming. And the thing is too, this dark programmer monetized its ego from your programming because you don't know how to wield your energy. That's how deep the spiritual realm gets. Like, the thing is, you believe that you breathe in oxygen. You believe that water is water, but how is water water if you never knew what water was? So you believe water to be whatever substance that it is or whatever element that it is. But when somebody tells you about spirits or dimensions or traveling through the astrals or being conscious, whatever the case may be, when somebody tells you that, you throw a title or you name calls telling them that they're a conspiracy theorist or they don't know what they're talking about, they're delusional, put on your tinfoil hats. Okay, that's fine. But when you get your body possessed or snatched mentally, because there's all these different movies and instances that tell you that your mind belongs to you temporarily, but somebody can literally rent out your mind for free. And you allow them because you're so weak-minded, you're so submissive by submissive dominant programmers that don't know how submissive their programming is, because they're dominated by higher programmers. There's more doors that go into more doors, and people don't see how far away these doors actually are because you never walked into them. All they project to you is visuals and images and lyrics on angelic frequencies. Take off the lyricism. All you have is the beat. But who wants to hear instrumentals all fucking day? Nobody. We got many pictures today because and the thing is too, this video is for the youth, because if you're older, I can't help you. If you're over 18 years old, really, if you're just over 10 years old, actually, if you're over 15, if you still are influenced by these programmers, you're shit out of luck. You're out of luck. I can't help you because, for one, you know right from wrong, but you choose to do wrong. But what is wrong when it's still righteous? Even though righteousness is still wrong. And it's ego or entitlement. So this video is for the youth. Quando Rana, we didn't get into this music industry to make it, just to stay caught up in this street shit. And he made this message because, for one, he thought you can't sign yourself up to somebody who's under mind control. You can't sign yourself up and then think that you're going to escape their mind control when you're still controlled by mind control through your lyrics. So no matter how much you change your life, the Fed's still going to build a case up for your ass too. And then as well, we're in a political environment right now, and it's election year. So these DAs and these prosecutors, they're going to make sure that they're going to build up a case for you as well, and you can't outrun them. So no matter what you say on the internet, they're going to still watch you, and they're going to say, hey, look, this guy want to be positive now. Life goes on. But in 2022 or 2020, you was talking crazy, like we forgot about that. Unless you're a plant, or unless you work for the feds, or you're an informant. But of course, why would a rapper tell you that? We all have families and communities counting on us. And that's the problem. If you're counting on Luciferian soldiers, foot soldiers, you're lost. Because nobody's counting on you to do shit for us. All y'all do is rap about negativity. I have not yet heard of a song from y'all that's uplifting. Like, why don't we ever talk about conscious stuff in your music? But why would you do that? Because then the views, the likes, the attention you get or you want won't be up here anymore. You'll basically be descended because nobody wants to hear that bullshit. That's what an unconscious person will say. I don't want to hear that bullshit. If that was the case, I'll just go play some gospel music. People don't want to hear positive shit when they're practicing ignorance, when they live in it. So nobody's counting on you to do shit. It's time to leave all that behind. We have already lost so much. And that's the thing too. When you type this out of fear, it's like you join a gang. You end up living in this lifestyle that's sold to you by elders that should be guiding you. But why would an elder guide you when they weren't guided by their elders? They guide you into this enlightenment. For the streets, by the way, because the streets are nurturing you. Because if you had guardians that loved you or cared for you, if you had parents that loved you and cared for you, they would not allow you to be in the street life. They wouldn't allow you to join a gang. They would not allow you to sell yourself out for music. That's temporary and it doesn't belong to you. They wouldn't allow you to chase fame or money or attention or girls. They wouldn't allow you to change your gender just to sell an image. If they knew that you were going to sign yourself up to Luciferians and sign yourself up in blood, get it back in blood, they wouldn't allow you to sell yourself out just for blood. Because the moment that you decide to give up your blood or booty to a bunch of deities that only care about those two things, because they want to keep you at a lower level of your enlightenment. They want to keep you in your true nature, because if you don't have enlightenment in a world full of ignorance, then you're not going to be able to understand the spiritual realm that these deities came from. They came from a higher astral or quantum or etheric frequency that you never comprehended before, because obviously you're too distracted by what's in front of you that you think is physical, that came from a solid construct of matter. We've already lost. So basically when he said that, when people type this out, they already know what's about to happen to them, because you can't eliminate somebody's friend or family member or brother or sister and then think that they're not going to slide back for them. No, you were involved in this situation 4 years ago. We are going to come and get you. You may not know when, but we want to make sure that every single day you look and turn your head at every street, every gas station, every corner, every store. We're going to make sure no matter what, you know that we're coming for you, but you don't know when that's going to happen. So now people type this up because on the internet, they already know that their ops are watching. So if you type that up and you send a hurtful message, then you'll make it seem as if that your ops have some sympathy. I'm about to sneeze. You make it seem as if your ops have some sympathy for you. They ain't trying to hear that shit, because you didn't have sympathy when you had the gun drawn to this person as they were falling. You literally had a fallen brother on the ground who looks just like you, and you still pulled the trigger because, of course, that's the environment that you grew up in. And if you didn't harm that person, what's going to happen to your gang that you in? And it's heavy on my heart to forgive anyone I had issues with in the past. It's all love from me. Praying for everyone. Life goes on. It's just crazy. Now, we got more pictures too. And the thing is too, this information does not matter because it's free. But this is important because you gotta understand too, you are not a killer just because you get mercenaries to kill and do the dirty work for you because you got some money. Meaning, let's say you sign yourself up because, for one, the higher you go into the music industry, the deeper and the darker that your soul becomes. People don't understand that. That means that you are willing to sacrifice your cousin, your brother, somebody's mom or brother or auntie or cousin, you're going to do whatever you want. Because of course, you'll also be humiliated. You may have to bend over backwards and get on your knees. You feel me? So when you're doing those things, people who decide to bend over backwards or who decide to sell their morality out, throw their ego away, they're willing to now let this control opposition assault their mindset. So when you do that now, your soul is sent to the abyss. The abyss meaning that you are now in the vacuum of a black hole that you never created, but you were in the creation of that creation. But because it's a material abyss, you are now lost in your money. You're lost in your mansion. You are lost in these foreign cars. You're lost with 1,000 girls around you. I want to sneeze again. What's going on? You are lost in the thought of traveling. So because of that, when these informers, when they tell you, go kill OTF Jam's baby mother or cousin or whatever the case may be, and you go and do it, you're going to send mercenaries, hey, I got 500K if you go and kill his baby mom. Somebody who's really a trained mercenary in a group, they'll pull up on them secretly, knock their head off. And guess what? They get paid to feed their family. It's all a pyramid scheme. The feds believe Lil Durk paid to get these two people killed. Stephon Mack, who killed Lil Durk's brother D-Dang. Understand? So Lil Durk's brother D-Dang, people don't understand too. We glorify idol worshippers. So if you are glorifying this character, Lil Durk, from when Lil Durk's not even a boy, first of all, but they say woman pretends to be a boy. But people don't understand gender roles and all that transhumanism shit. But anyways, so people think that Lil Durk's brother D-Dang is actually dead, not knowing that he sacrificed his brother and blended on Stephon Mack. So people are willing to take a charge for a demonic program so that they can get their life saved for money. We do, like, money has played our mindset. Like, literally, money is your God. So if you offer somebody over $1 million just to go eliminate somebody's brother, just so that they can get up in a higher environment in their upper echelon of music or the industry or the entertainment or a circus, you have now gave them a footstool so that they can sit on a higher pedestal that you can be on as well. Now, OTF Jam baby mom was killed because Lil Durk found out he was wearing a wire around him. Facts think OTF Jam is the key to putting Lil Durk in jail for all 3 bodies. Understand that. So, in January 2022, Anthony Montgomery Wilson, 24 years old, and Preston Powell, 23, were charged in the fatal shooting of Stephon Mack, 24, outside of Roslyn Youth Center in January 2022. And the thing is, too, you can always ask the question, well, why would you do it? What was the reasoning for you killing your brother, D-Thing? Nobody really knows that answer besides Lil Durk, and he got sick with that shit. That's exactly why people can relate to his pain, like he puts into the music. So it's like, so before you sign your... You sign yourself up, so they tell you, this is what's going to happen. Okay, this is what's going to happen to your life. You're going to get this amount of money. Anything you want will help you get into fame, all of that, because you have done the dirty work for us. So if you want to get famous and more, you want to become an idol or icon, you got to sign yourself up in blood, and you got to also be willing to sacrifice the people that you love. Will you do it? Here you go. Now you looking to the left and to the right with people that you know are in the room with you. But of course, why would they tell you don't sign that shit? Because now the wolves are about to be fed. You got wolves on both directions, and in front of you and behind you. In a room full of energy that you've never seen before. But you rapped about it because you wanted to get into their environment. So now that you're here, what you gonna do about this bread that we about to give you? So I hope you know it comes with a price. And this price ain't free, baby. What you gonna do? Are you gonna get down with us, or should we put you down? Because you know we're gonna clone you too. Because if you tell about what's going on, we're gonna eliminate you. And even still, these lyrics that we give you, we're giving you these lyrics because we already know that eventually you're gonna get prosecuted. You're gonna have to go get arrested because you're rapping about spell castings as a spell caster. But the thing is though, we still have your clone that can make music for us. And if somebody sees you out in public, they won't know that you're actually behind bars or behind a system or in a lab experiment that people cannot fathom. So these people that were charged with the fatal shooting of Stephon Mack. No. Oh yeah, Stephon Mack. No, because Stephon Mack killed D-Thing. But either way, you see how stupid this shit is? So by them two being in this shooting, it's like this character that you out of worship is the reason why this person's not here no more. Because he has to get his money, he has to get paid, and he has to owe people some bodies. That's why you cannot hang with people who want to be famous that bad. And people who praise celebrities, people who worship celebrities, talking about some free Durk, you have a mental illness and you need to get help. You need to go to the insane asylum because you need your mind checked ASAP. More than 2 months after beloved U.S. Postal Service carrier was killed in a shooting while working her mail route in Chicago, authorities have arrested a teenage boy on a murder charge. Think about that. That's why that term crash out is overused, is watered down, because people don't actually understand the meaning of crash out. Just because you can't come to terms with your emotion doesn't mean that you're a crash out. It just means that you're emotional and you're weak-minded. On top of that, I can imagine that this nigga was riding around Chicago one day. He knew that he had bodies to give to these handlers, because of course the handler's gonna call him and say, hey, you know it's about that time, right? You want your album to sell, right? You want to be number one in the charts. You want to get your money up. You want to get into all these different rooms. You want a Grammy, whatever the case may be. You want that, right? We need somebody's life. What you gonna do for it? Don't forget what you signed up for. Boo-doo. So he's looking like, damn. So now he's smoking. Because what do they do to escape the pain? You numb it. You suppress it. You drink. You smoke. You get into the studio. Boom, you sitting there, you rapping, you talking, all that. So now he probably riding through Chicago looking for a submissive teenage boy that has no identity of what's going on. But you look up to this nigga. So he pulling down the Escalade, windows rolled down. Oh shit, that's Durk. Hey, what's good, youngin? Hey, I got a proposal for you. Shit, anything for you, man. That's where he got you. That's where he got you, because you relate to his trench story as a trench baby. You relate to that because what he went through, you going through right now. What better way than to recruit your stupid ass, right? Because you're willing to crash out for a demon. You're willing to crash out for Lucifer's enlightenment, and he's still ignorant to his own enlightenment that he got handled to him. It was placed and planted to him to be where he's at today, and you glorify his lyrics that don't come from him. They were ghost written for him to manipulate you, because life only revolves around you. So now he probably telling the teenage boy, I'll pay you this or this or this to go kill this nigga's baby mama, because I feel like he got a wire and he's spying on me. What you trying to do? I'll do it. I got you. Give me the time, place, location. I'm gonna be there. Give me a gun. Let's do it. Say less, youngin. Or the teenage boy in Chicago, he probably already got a gun, and he willing to just crash out whenever because Lil Durk told him to do so. And now, when this shit's committed, somebody's mother is not here no more. Because women and jealousy and money will plague the mindset. Because what's the best way to attack a grown man? Aim for his children, his baby mama, his mother, or him. You knocking down 4 of his frequencies. So if you want him to feel that pain that this man made you feel, you're going to either attack his baby mama, his child, or his mom, or his grandma. You're going to hurt him where it hurts the most if he lost these identities. You had to knock down his main identity that he loves to be around. You knock those down, that nigga's willing to come and kill your ass too. Circle of life. And the thing is too, these higher observers, they're willing to watch this shit unfold so that they can document this, put it on the internet or the media so that other people follow it. Because when you follow a story, just like how Vaughn said, crazy story, it wasn't even a real story anyways. And people worship that story. And they play it every single day. Ain't no hesitation. Shoot first. Ask you, is you dead last? Shit crazy. And he didn't ask. Man, this shit crazy. You asking questions over the Fed phone. That shit hot. He told on himself. And this is Hot Boy in one of his songs. So he told on himself, and people still rap these lyrics. And then the thing is too, people don't understand, like, because I have a picture too. Your ear is a womb. meaning that whatever you hear, you're giving birth to a identity that was never attached to you till you start speaking it, you start thinking it, you start forming this vibration and a lower vibration that you are stuck in. So if you are weak-minded off the muscle, and then you listen to a lyric or a song or just wordplay, and then you let these words affect you and manipulate you at a lower environment, you have now submitted yourself to a bunch of lyrics that never revolved around you, but they were meant to control your mind. Motherfuckers don't believe in MK Ultra or weather modification, but you believe that this nigga actually has good lyrics and he's a good rapper. When rappers aren't even real rappers. Because what is real rap to a false rapper that can't even really rap for real? As they're unconscious. Like, y'all actually think that these are actually men rapping this bullshit. And then another picture too. Now y'all got what you wanted. Kept asking Durk to slide for Vaughn. He did it, now he's locked up. Hashtag Lil Durk. The slide for Vaughn tweets and comments really made Lil Durk throw his life away. Man, damn. Not knowing that Lil Durk sacrificed Vaughn, his childhood friend, to get to a higher enlightenment in life. Because Vaughn was actually eliminating people because he had an abyss in his soul too that the industry wanted. They needed that. But they told Durk, if you take this nigga down, imagine how famous you'll really become. But nobody wants to hear that though. Nobody wants to hear that. Every time you see that mural in Chicago of King Vaughn, people taking pictures next to it, people talking about it. Even Lil Tim got a whole documentary about this whole shit. That's just literally telling you that this whole instance is literally just distracting you from what's actually going on. Because people still don't understand that we are still in spiritual warfare. We are still enslaved by money, by titles, by school systems, by the media, by politics, by presidents, by politicians, by your family, by the food we eat, by this Diddy shit that still nobody wants to talk about no more for some reason. Celebrities in general, these higher orders of fraternities and sororities that you've never seen before. But people are worried about celebrities so much because they don't know how to be entertained by their own mindset within their own thoughts. People are too infatuated by a bunch of fallen angels that don't care about your enlightenment. All they care about is your attention span. Can you watch my 3-minute video and get it to 20 million views? If you do, I'll get you another video with another rap that I came up with. No, you didn't come up with that shit. Tell us who actually wrote that rap for you. Because you would never rap that shit. Your spirit would never rap those lyrics. But your ego would. Because you want to get paid for it. Duh. What if I told you that every media trend is a psychological operation? From the Matrix. I think this is like the Matrix 2, I think. But literally, every social media trend is a psychological operation. They're literally watching you. They're watching you go crazy over these lyrics. And the thing is too, with this case that's built up too, it's interesting to see because it's like people don't really understand like how deep like the spell casting gets as far as like informants. So there's nothing but feds. All of them are nothing but federal agents anyways. Like they're all planted and they're all demons in the physical form. So imagine seeing imagine seeing an astral leech. And the thing is, you can see them when you astral project at night or you lucid dream. You see a leech in the ether. They come from their different dimension because they're also sleeping in their bed, wherever their bed is at. They physically descend from their spirit. They place themselves into a meat suit or a costume of technology that is holographic and formed from a hologram of a satellite that you call the moon that alters your mood. So as long as that satellite is up there, you will never see reality for what it is. Not only that, Saturn and Jupiter, all these different terrestrial planes of existence in a celestial body, they obviously know how to embody your consciousness. So they can enslave your consciousness to a lower enlightenment. You won't actually see these characters for who they are. Not only that, you're so infatuated by this young woman, you believe that he's a man called Lil Durk. And you're on the pole for a woman pretending to be a man. Durk was arrested on charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire. Like I told you, mercenary groups. Murder for hire. I'm going to hire you to murder my ops because I don't want to do it. I don't want that dirt on my hands. But I got some bread for you. What you trying to do? But don't talk on the phone. That's federal. Linked to a 2022 shooting targeting Quando Rondo, because the best way to get to NBA Youngboy is to get to his artist, Quando Rondo, to send a message to NBA Youngboy. We finna come and get you soon. Which led to his cousin Lil Pap's death. So Quando Rondo lost his family as well, that he also sacrificed also to get to a higher enlightenment. So all these people, they're killing each other because they want to get the money. They want the bag forever. They want infinite amount of money. And they'll do whatever they can to be at the top, to stay on that pedestal. Because if not, they owe somebody a body. As nobody. Trying to be somebody. And they can be anybody they want, but they want to be a rapper talking about death. When they're already dead on the inside, they have no soul. And they rapping about soulless lyrics that you rap about. And you talking about some free this person, free that person. Nigga, fuck you and your favorite rapper. Court doc alleged Durk offered a bounty for revenge over King Von's 2020 death. OTF funds were used to facilitate the plot. Key evidence includes text messages, surveillance footage, and financial records. The indictment names 5 OTF members. The 6th suspect remains anonymous. Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and the unnamed suspect were allegedly the shooters. Ossie Houston was the driver. Kayon Grant and DeAndre Wilson handled the logistics and payment of the shooting. And this court document tells you that rumors are circulating that an OTF member named Jam allegedly wore a wire and cooperated with authorities to gather evidence on the Rondo shooting. Jam was released from prison in 2022 after serving 12 years for attempted murder. So these niggas are taking charge for a demon or Lucifer because they want to be in Lucifer's environment, because you paying this nigga, just like in that song with Wallow and Gilly, wherever the podcast is. It's like you rapping about this shit, got that jam, whatever, with money in your hand and shit. And Wallow and Gilly, they sell outs too. Barstool, whatever the fuck that shit is. They sell outs too because you sold your own. For one, this nigga Gilly killed his son to get his podcast to a higher level on YouTube to be the best podcast. Like, of course they finna advocate for this nigga. There's no denying Jam's connection to Durk and OTF. Durk even references him in the lyrics. Jammer, get out that jam. I get him 50 and I ain't gotta ask again. From King Von's back again. However, nothing in the indictment mentions Jam or an informant. After OTF arrest, Durk booked flights to Dubai, Switzerland, and Italy. He was caught before boarding the final flight to Italy. Not knowing that you wasn't going to escape the feds, nigga, as a fed. It's like, imagine selling your morality and you still get caught with no morality, no identity. Talking about some no phones and shit like that, and you still got a phone that you had to keep up with, that's literally tapped. Your phone was tapped and you talking about some no phones, that's federal. Stupid. Niggas don't know how to move tactical because they have no tactical tendencies through their characteristics. Because they're willing to fall for the controlled opposition's controlled opposition. You're willing to just go out and above and beyond to places. Like, you had to keep up with the image, all these chains, all the hats, all the clothes. That doesn't belong to you. But you had to keep that up because if you don't, you had to go right back to a 9-to-5 job. All this stuff has to do with people not wanting to work to become their own boss. So what do? They go to the other side of their darker self. They go to Satan's playground. And now when they start playing with these demons, it's free reigns for these demonic programs. You're not you no more. And nobody would understand that because it's too advanced for their mindset. When you get cloned in the laboratory and all of a sudden you come out a different being, and then two, symbolism. When the people got that blonde hairstyle, that shows you that they're under mind control. They're under a lab experiment. They're being experimented on. And that's also a symbol for them to basically tell you, I sold myself out to a way higher advanced frequency of vibrations that I am enslaved into. But I won't tell you that. But just know when you see that blonde hair, just know I'm getting paper. You don't know where it's from, but I got paid now. But however they did it, it's none of your business, because why are you in their business? When their business gets them paid. So if somebody tells them, bend over backwards so that we can pay you over 500 million, nigga, what? They're going to pull their pants down. They're going to get right to it. And the thing is, too, they got blackmail on these artists or these rappers. So your favorite rapper literally has blackmail that they are hiding behind. That's exactly why they are willing to kill, steal, and destroy your mindset and your child's mindset. If you are young or if you are older and you are advocating to freeing this character, you deserve to get locked up right with him. Do not free this nigga. Fuck all that. Don't free him. Ever. Stay locked up for what you did, nigga. You are killing people to stay on top. It's like you... No, I'm gonna put it on Patreon. I'm gonna stop right there. That video will be for Patreon. Because I was gonna start with Chicago and their enlightenment, how it got brought down to the whole world. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. You know, I appreciate y'all. I won't make this video too long, but this will get edited and dropped tonight. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Have a great and blissful night. I'm gone.